Well, I was just Martin. I mean, Martin was crazy. He just wanted to, he just thought that somebody had to row real boats down there, wooden boats, traditional boats, like the old days, like they used to use before they invented rubber rafts. And I don't think anybody ever would have thought of it except Martin. I think once rafts came in style, that would have been all anybody'd ever do, even now. But Martin he was a purist and a environmentalist, and definitely had values and standards of how it should be done. And so he started running these dories, and they worked good. They really did work, even though can't hit rocks with them and stuff. They sure are a lot of fun to row. Pretty addicting overall. I don't know how he came about it, but it was a darn good idea to name the boats after places that man had pretty much done a number on, at least for our lifetimes. The Emerald Mile was the first one, and that was his pet baby, next to the Grand Canyon, I'd say, was Redwoods National Park. He was probably the sole person responsible for that, if it came right down to it, for who, got the redwoods set aside in Redwoods National Park. It was one of the last national parks to be established. And he worked long and hard on that. So the Emerald Mile, which was the first boat that was built by Jerry Briggs, which is what most of our wood boats are, that we're still running, was that was actually his favorite name, I think. It's just like anybody. I think I was no different than anybody. You row a dory, and you just like you row a dory, and you go, God. It adds the challenge. It adds that something, something extra that you'll never get tired of doing this, that you could do this until you died, and then you could get born again and do it another 10, 20, 50 lifetimes, and you could do it straight through the year, all year long, and you'd never, ever get tired of doing it. Never could. It's just, actually it gets better, I think, with every trip, and it's the dories. That they're just alive. They're boats. They take something extra to get them through there, but it's not even that. It's just that, they're too much fun to row down there. It's the funnest thing there is to do, and you could never do anything else once you start doing them. And at least be happy. You might do something else because you felt guilty because you weren't really doing anything with your life, But between them and being in the Grand Canyon, you just could never do anything else once you start rowing dories. You're hooked. Worst drug in the world. Best drug in the world.